What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you guys my settings for Vanguard, and I'm also going to be explaining why I have what I have so you guys know how to properly utilize every setting I give you. So this should be a quick one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys drop a like, and if you guys really enjoyed the video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications to get notified every single time I post a new video. And now let's get on to the settings. All right, so for the graphics, I play on full screen borderless just because if I put it on full screen, for some reason my computer just glitches out and I can never reopen the game, and I was never able to find a fix for that. So if you guys know a fix for that, make sure you guys comment that, help me out. But if I were you and I could play on full screen, I will be playing on full screen just because it gives you more FPS, but I play on full screen borderless. It's not that much of a difference to me. For my frame rate limit, I put that on custom and then I put it for 237. Apparently this gives you more FPS. I don't really know why. I have a 240 hertz monitor, but for some reason I'm literally just told to put it on 237, so I just leave it 237 and it just leave it at that. And I don't think the rest of these matter. Display, and I don't think any of this matter. My brightness is at 50. If you turn this up too much, it does turn up your brightness, but it doesn't change your contrast, so your game just looks really grayed out and weird, so I just leave that at 50. For the quality settings, I have my render resolution at 100, and then pretty much everything there is low. I have high particle resolution just because for some reason people tell me that this gives you more frames if you have it higher. I think your GPU just works harder or something like that, give you more frames, so I put that on high. And then I'm pretty sure rest from there I have low. Maybe something else I have high. Nope, it looks like everything from there I have low. Oh, this is actually something important though. Fidelity, put this on and put the fidelity up to 100. This is just going to make your game more sharpened and less blurry. It helps a ton. It is just really nice to have. It makes your game just look better. You see people easier. Like I said, just really nice. Throw this on if you have it. I think you need an AMD CPU for it. I'm not really too sure though, so just check it out, see if you have it. If you have it, throw it on. In the gameplay section, I run 120 FOV with the affected field of view ADS. Man, this is just going to make it so obviously field of view, you see more of your screen, you see more of what's going on around you. And then when you ADS for affected field of view, they're just going to make it so your gun doesn't zoom really far in, because if you have it on independent, it's going to make it so you zoom in basically back to like 60 FOV, whatever the default is. So affected just makes it really nice and makes it look like you have zero recoil. For camera movement, I put that on 50. It's just going to make your screen shake a lot less. Your movement is just going to be a little bit smoother. Honestly, it's not really the biggest change, but it's kind of nice for me, I guess, because it's just less visual clutter on the screen. World motion blur and weapon motion blur, I turn that off. Obviously you don't want to be having your screen blurred when you're looking around. You're going to just blur the enemy and you're just going to mess yourself up. Make sure you guys turn this off. And then NVIDIA reflex low latency, you need an NVIDIA GPU for this, but it is really nice. I put this on. You could put it on plus boost, but I just leave it on. It just works for me. I don't really care. They're just going to make it so you have less latency with your inputs to the game. Overall, really nice. There's literally no downsides to it, so just turn it on if you have it. For my audio, I have my master volume at 80. Honestly, this is really all just preference for you guys, whatever's good for you. Footsteps aren't really that loud in this game, so there's no point to have it really loud like it was in Warzone, so I just leave it on 80. It's just like at a general nice, like I'm not blasting my eardrums off unless there's a mortar fire, which I'm losing my mind if there's one. But for the audio mix, I use headphones, and for hit marker sound effects, I put on classic just because I like the classic, and that's pretty much it for here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, for my interface, I literally just put on FPS counter, server latency, and packet loss just so I can have some information about my game. That's really all I care about. There are a bunch of other stuff you could put on, but I really don't see the purpose of it. So I just put on FPS counter, server latency, and packet loss. For my controller settings, this is probably what a lot of you guys want to see. For my sensitivity, I run a 6.6 sensitivity. I feel like this is just a perfect medium. But one thing I'm going to stress to you guys is don't just copy your favorite content creators' sensitivity. It's not going to make your aim really good. You got to make sure you're comfortable with whatever sense you put personally yourself. There's a lot of content creators that play on 6.6, and there's a lot of people that play on 10.10. There's a lot of people that play on 2020. It really is just whatever you personally feel is viable to you. But on that note, I personally feel like people that play generally around the 6 to 10 range have the best accuracy. If you play on 2020, your centering has to be really good, but I think 6 to 10 sensitivity is that sweet spot to where you could pick something in between there and just have a really good aim. For reference though, in old Call of Duties, before I started playing Warzone, I used to play on a 3.3 just because it'd make my aim nuts, because obviously you have slower sensitivity. But since I played a lot of Warzone, it's a battle royale, you got to look around a lot. I raised it to 6.6 and I've just been chilling around there. Now for my button layout, I play on default flip just because I play claw. I will say claw is really cool, and once you learn it, you know, you kind of just don't need any other kind of controller like a scuff controller or anything like that. But if you guys do have a scuff controller, it takes a long time to learn claw, so just stick to your scuff. But if you guys don't want a scuff or you can't afford a scuff or something, claw is kind of nice. Although there are some people that say they hurt their hands while playing claw. Personally, I don't really feel anything. You know, there's some times where my hand will feel like a little like stretched, I guess, so far I've been playing for, I think, the past 7 months claw, and my hands are perfectly fine. So I don't know. But another good option if you guys don't have scuff or don't want to learn claw, tactical or bumper jumper is also a good button layout to learn. Now my aim response curve type is on dynamic. That is just gonna make it so you have more aim assist or further range. It's really overpowered for controllers, and most pro players use dynamic, so just throw it on. Trust me, it's gonna change your aim assist a ton. It's gonna change your aim a lot, honestly. So yeah, throw this one on. And then controller vibration I turned completely off because I don't want to be in the middle of like trying to drop a V2, or let's say I'm playing Warzone trying to clutch a win or something, my controller is just vibrating like crazy. It's just gonna throw you off. Just turn off controller vibration. There's no need to have it. And then for my advanced controls, my left stick minimum input I put on 3, and my right stick minimum input I put on 3. This is just gonna make it so you don't have to move your stick as much to actually move inside the game. So generally people put this on 5. I put it on 3. It really just depends on your controller, but whatever you do, don't raise it super high up like to like the 20s or something like that. You want to generally have it between like 0 to like 7. Anything above that I'd kind of look into, you know, getting a new controller, because it really does change your aim a lot and it changes your game a lot. So trust me, set this to as low as you can before your controller starts moving on its own. And yeah, that's my settings, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, man, make sure you guys drop a like. If you guys really enjoyed the video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications to get notified every single time I post a new video. As always, man, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.